Okay, in this lesson, we're going to talk about solving exponential and logarithmic equations. Okay, our first problem. You're going to notice that the letter x is up as a power. Okay, so anytime x is a power, then you're going to work the problems out in these ways. You must remember our log property from the last lesson that said anything has a power. If you move it out in front of log, it gets to get out of the exponent. So if I put a log on both sides, so if I put log 7 raised to the 3x equals log 20. So if I put a log on both sides, I am then allowed to move my exponent out in front. So 3x times log 7 equals log 20. Then to get rid of a times log 7, I'm going to divide it. And then I'm actually also going to divide by this 3 because 3x would be 3 times x. So I'd also have to divide by 3. And then once again, make sure when you type this into your parentheses or into your calculator that you close your parentheses. So it looks similar to change of base here. So type in log 20 divided by 3 log 7. And then for this lesson, I'm going to round out 4 decimal places. So if I round out 4 decimal places, I get 0.3665. Okay, next problem. Before I can put a log on both sides, I need to get rid of that minus 2 first. So I'm going to get rid of the minus 2 by adding 2 over. So 3 raised to the 4x minus 1 equals 600. And then I'm going to put a log on both sides. And when I put a log on both sides, I get to move my exponent out in front. So 4x minus 1 times log 3 equals log 600. Then I'm going to divide by log 3. So then I get 4x minus 1 equals 5.8227. And then I'm going to add 1 over. So then I get 4x equals 6.8227. And then I'm going to divide by 4. So x equals 1.7057. Okay. The next two problems, they have a letter E in there. But you're going to notice that x is still the exponent. So it's still the same type, even though it has the E in the problem. It's just x is as a power. So that's this type. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the minus 2 by adding it. Then I want to get the E by itself. So I can get rid of 8 times E raised to the second power by dividing the 8 away. So e to the second power equals 3. Now, instead of putting a log on both sides, whenever you have e, okay, the e is a base of ln. So don't put log, put ln on both sides. So I'm going to do ln of e raised to the 2x equals ln of 3. Okay, remember for ln, the base is always e. So basically the ln and the e cancel each other out. So 2x gets to drop down big. And then I still have ln of 3 here. So to solve, we'll just divide by 2. So type into your calculator the ln of 3 divided by 2. And I get x equals 0.5493. Okay. Okay, on the next one, I'm going to subtract 4 first. So 5e raised to 3x minus 2 equals 14. Then I'm going to divide by 5. to get e all by itself. And then I'm going to put an ln on both sides. And when I put an ln on both sides, ln and e cancel each other out. So I get 3x minus 2 equals, and then ln of 2.8 on my calculator is 1.0296. So add 2. So 3x equals 0.296. Divide by 3, and I get 1.0099. So that's the first type you're going to have, where x is the power. So let me reiterate that again. Okay, this type is when x is an exponent. Okay, the next type we have, this is going to be where you have logs or ln's in the problem. And you're going to notice that your logs or ln's are only on one side. So, example number 2. For this problem, since we only have the log on one side, what we want to do is we want to rewrite the problem from log form into exponential form. Okay, so log form, in case you don't remember it, is log base b of y equals x. And exponential form is y equals b raised to the x. Okay, now if we have a log and there is no base number listed, hopefully everybody remembers that means the base number is 10. Okay, so exponential form, y. Y is 3x minus 2 equals base, which is 10, raised to x, which is 2. 10 squared is 100. Then you're going to add 2 over, so you get 3x equals 102. And then you're going to divide by 3 and come up with 34. Okay, ln, we're going to do the same thing with ln. We're going to rewrite it into exponential form. Just remember, ln never has a base listed, so ln, the base is always the letter e. So y is 2x plus 3 equals base, which is e, raised to the 4th power. So now on my calculator, I would type in e raised to the 4th power, and I get 54.5928. Subtract 3, so 2x equals 51.5982. Divide by 2, so x equals 25.7991. Okay. Pause the video and you try the next one by yourself. So hopefully everybody got that one correct. Okay, on to the back. You're still going to notice that log or ln is on one side, but now you're going to notice that we have more than one log or ln. So in these problems, you must condense first and then rewrite into exponential form. So remember, condensing, anything in front of log gets to be moved up as a power. And wherever you see subtraction, subtraction means division. So write log one time. And then we have x to the second power divided by 3 equals 2. Once you have condensed it down to a single log, then you can do what we talked about on the front page and rewrite it into exponential form. So x to the second power divided by 3 equals, if there's no base number, remember the base number is 10. So that would be 10 to the second power. Here we're going to do times by 3. So x squared equals 10 squared is 100. 100 times 3 is 300. And then to get from x squared down to just x, we're going to square root it. And x would equal 17.3205. Okay, next one. I don't have any numbers up in front, so I don't have to move anything as powers. So I see plus. Plus means times. And x times 4 would just be 4x. So ln of 4x equals 6. Rewrite that. So you get 4x equals, base for ln is always e raised to the 6th power. So 4x equals 403.4288 when I do e to the 6th power on my calculator. Divide that, and I get x equal 100.8572. Done. Now, the last type of problems we have are the ones that will have logs or ln on both sides of the equal sign. Okay, not just one side like what we were doing up above. So both sides. You still have to condense first if possible. Okay, but on our first one, we don't have to condense because there's no anything in front of logs. So then here, the logs will just cancel each other out. So just like when we had square roots and we squared both sides and we'd cancel them out in our last unit, same philosophy here. So 3x minus 14 equals 5x plus 40. So move some things around to solve. So I'm going to subtract 5x. I'm going to add 14. I get negative 2x equals 54. And I get x to equal negative 27. Oh, but hold on. Something we need to talk about. Okay. Is this actually going to be the answer? Okay. If you picked up your calculator, because these are log base 10s, because there's no base number, so we could actually use our calculator. So if I picked up my calculator and I typed this in and I did log parentheses 3 times negative 27 minus 14, close my parentheses, the calculator will say error, can't do it. So what you need to know is that we are not allowed to have negative answers with logs. It won't check out on both sides. So no solution. So remember, no negative answers with logs. But could you have a negative answer with ln? You sure could. LNs are different than logs. So ln is okay to have a negative, but log is not. Okay, next problem. First thing I have to do is condense it. So I see a subtraction, which means division. So ln of 8 over x equals ln of 2. ln on both sides cancel each other out. So 8 over x equals 2 times x times x. So 8 equals 2x, divide, and x equals 4. Done.